Hello everyone! Are you ready to dive into a thrilling adventure? Join Lionfarm as we follow hunter Eric deep into the forest, setting traps for wild boars and facing these fierce invasive animals. What secrets are waiting to be uncovered? Let's find out now. Eric carefully observes a herd of wild boars foraging. There are so many of them, both large and small, moving swiftly through the area. He knows all too well the devastation they cause to crops and the urgent need for effective control measures to protect agricultural property. Looking at the cornfield, ravaged after just one night of the herd's visit, Eric can't help but sigh. The damage is undeniable. He understands that finding a solution will not only help the farmers, but also contribute to restoring the ecosystem disrupted by the unchecked growth of this species. Eric prepares his drone, an essential tool for tracking. From above, he can monitor the entire area, identifying the boars' paths and hiding spots. This technology makes surveillance easier and more effective than ever, minimizing the need for direct intrusion. Through the drone's control screen, Eric records the herd's movements. They move together, organized and highly alert. Understanding their habits is key to planning a successful trapping strategy that captures as many as possible. Eric begins setting bait for the corral trap system. He uses corn, the wild boar's favorite food, scattering it inside and around the trap area. Creating an attractive and trustworthy food source is the first step in luring them into position. Estimate's patience is the key. Eric reminds himself as he checks the carefully concealed surveillance cameras. These infrared cameras will operate throughout the night, recording every movement and sending alerts to his phone, ready for the critical moment to trigger the trap. Night falls, and the images from the infrared cameras come through clearly. A herd of wild boars is approaching the trap area. Eric watches intently through his phone, counting each one as they begin feeding. He must ensure the entire herd is inside before taking action. The herd seems completely off guard, engrossed in their feast. Eric double-checks the numbers, making sure the majority of the group is within the trap's closing range. The time has come. He gets ready to trigger the trap remotely. With a simple tap on his phone, Eric sends the activation signal. The massive trap door slams shut instantly, fast and forceful. The herd is completely enclosed, frantically running around trying to find an escape, but it's too late. The system works perfectly. Eric reviews the camera footage once more after the trapdoor closes. The herd is completely captured. The long hours of surveillance and patience have paid off. Now it's time to move on to the next phase, approaching and handling the herd safely and humanely. To make the bait even more enticing, Eric experiments by mixing different attractants into the corn. He pours a solution with a fermented fruit scent and a sweetener over it. He knows that variety in flavors can draw in even the pickiest herds. Eric moves on to another trap site. Each location requires a different strategy. He checks the trap system to ensure everything is functioning properly and replenishes the bait. Maintaining multiple trapping sites increases the chances of controlling wild boars across a larger area. Eric uses a large, scent-treated container as the main bait station. He fills it with corn and tops it with a red-colored attractant liquid. This method keeps the bait fresh longer and helps the scent spread wider, effectively luring boars from a distance. Footage from another trap site surveillance camera shows a large herd feeding inside the trap. Eric smiles with satisfaction. The smart trapping system, combined with a well-planned baiting strategy and persistence, is delivering positive results in managing the wild boar population. Another herd has been successfully captured at a different trap site. This time, the boars display a wider variety of colors, indicating the complexity and adaptability of the species. Capturing entire herds is the most effective method for reducing their numbers. Eric realizes that the battle against the destruction caused by wild boars is not simply a confrontation between humans and animals. It is a lesson in adaptation, intelligence, and the fierce vitality of nature. No matter how advanced technology becomes, it is merely a tool. True wisdom lies in understanding the laws of nature, respecting the fragile balance of ecosystems, and acting responsibly to preserve rather than merely destroy. Let's move on to the next animal. In the untamed wilderness of the United States, wild boars are more than just ordinary animals. They stand out with their impressive size and fierce appearance, making anyone think twice before approaching. A fully grown wild boar can measure between 3 to 6 feet in length. Their muscular, heavy bodies can weigh over 660 pounds, depending on their habitat and food availability. Their thick fur helps them withstand harsh weather conditions and defend against predators lurking deep in the forest. Wild boars are omnivores, and their appetite knows no bounds. From small seeds, ripe fruits, and thick wild grass, to small animals like insects and frogs. Everything is on their menu. When hunting season begins, farmers and hunters in the United States stand together, determined to push back the wild boar threat. They not only protect their crops, but also safeguard the ecosystem from the destruction caused by these animals. However, completely eliminating wild boars is no easy task. They are fast, cunning, and incredibly adaptable. Skilled hunters often target the larger boars with tender, flavorful meat, reducing the herd size while also providing food for their families. This is not just a way to protect the land, but also a cost-saving solution during tough times. But did you know? In a time of increasing food shortages, wild boars are not only a menace, but also an unexpected resource. If properly prepared, wild boar meat rivals livestock meat in taste and nutrition. However, the cost of letting them roam freely far outweighs these short-term benefits. Imagine this scene. Herds of wild boars charging through golden cornfields or lush green wheat, using their sharp hooves and powerful jaws to dig up and destroy everything in their path. The damage they cause is not just a ruined harvest, but also the heartbreak of farmers who have poured their sweat and tears into planting those crops. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, wild boars cause up to $2.5 billion in agricultural losses each year. A staggering figure. Not only corn and wheat, but also soybeans, potatoes, and many other crops become easy prey for these destructive animals. In Texas, the state hit hardest by wild boar invasions, people refuse to stand by and watch. They have developed unique and highly effective trapping methods. Instead of relying on firearms or dangerous poisons, they use thin mesh nets combined with 5 to 8 stakes to secure the traps. When wild boars step into the baited area, usually filled with corn or wheat they love, the system automatically closes, trapping them without causing significant harm to the natural landscape. This is a testament to human intelligence and responsibility in protecting the environment. Some places have adopted more modern steel traps. When wild boars are drawn in by the scent of food, the trapdoors automatically shut, capturing the entire herd without requiring direct human intervention. However, for these traps to be most effective, professional management is essential. The team in charge must be thoroughly trained, regularly inspect and maintain the traps to ensure the safety of both people and other animals. The battle against wild boars is not just the concern of farmers or hunters. It requires the collective effort of the entire community and local authorities. Beyond hunting and trapping, scientists in the United States are researching more effective methods. These are long-term solutions that promise sustainability for both the environment and the economy. Furthermore, community education plays a crucial role. People need to understand that while wild boars can be a source of emergency food, allowing them to breed freely is a double-edged sword, protecting crops, preventing disease outbreaks, and preserving the ecosystem. These are complex challenges that only unity can resolve. Wild boars are not just a distant issue for the United States. They serve as a lesson for all of us on how to coexist harmoniously with nature and take responsibility for ecosystem preservation. This journey is not just about combating a single species. It is also a story of resilience, innovation, and the spirit of solidarity among people. Now, let's move on to the most anticipated part of the video, the audience Q&A section. A viewer asked, besides wild boars, which animal causes the most damage to American farmers' cornfields? Lionfarm channel would like to answer your question. Apart from wild boars, the animal that causes the most damage to American farmers' cornfields is the white-tailed deer. This species is widespread across North America, with an estimated population in the tens of millions. Due to their omnivorous diet and high adaptability, white-tailed deer frequently invade cornfields in search of an easy food source, especially during the early growing stages or when the corn has already developed ears. They not only consume the leaves, but also bite through young stalks, significantly reducing harvest yields. According to reports from the United States Department of Agriculture, USDA, the damage caused by white-tailed deer to the agricultural sector amounts to hundreds of millions of dollars annually. To mitigate these impacts, farmers often use electric fences, hunting dogs, or population control methods through legal hunting. However, with the deer population continuing to grow and limitations in preventive measures, this remains a major challenge for crop farming, especially in states like Iowa, Illinois, and Ohio, where corn is a staple crop. We hope today's video has helped you understand more about the solutions the United States government is implementing to combat wild boars. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends to support Lionfarm. See you next time. Welcome to the creative and captivating introduction of our Lionfarm channel team. To start, we would like to introduce a passionate screenwriting talent, a young woman who never stops exploring and innovating in the field of agriculture. She is not only an exceptional scriptwriter with the ability to craft profound stories, but also a dedicated researcher of cutting-edge and sustainable technologies from around the world. For her, scriptwriting is not just a job, but a journey of passion, breathing life into every video we create. Next, we want to introduce the heart and soul of our channel, the channel owner and video editing expert. He is fully dedicated, overcoming every challenge to produce the highest quality videos for our audience. With a burning passion, he constantly drives the team to deliver unique and inspiring experiences to viewers. We hope that in the journey ahead, you will continue to love and support the Lionfarm channel. Sincerely, thank you.